approach, because the fact is, you said that they're picking Lina into the TA, but they're definitely doing it with confidence. I mean, we know that QO from MVP, he's insane with the TA. He knows this hero, so he's going to be picking that and playing it because they've got a plan, and that plan might very well be Febby just messing with the Resolution TA and really shutting him down in the early game.
It looks like they're going to do that from the absolute beginning here. Febby is moving in, just going to harass him immediately, I would imagine. He's actually canceling his attacks a little bit. Here we go. And it is 1 sentry for Febby against 2 of Resolution, so the chance that they'll actually be able to maintain sentry control in the mid lane is pretty low for MVP. Who has the second sentry, actually? They use it to flop?
Bottom lane, March just getting a couple of bash on it, and another one onto Silent. He can't quite go any deeper for it, a little bit too low. And top lane, I mean, as you said, KP not going to have a nice time against this Aloha Dance Yoku Undying Tusk combination. Mid-lane Resolution. He's got refraction, he's okay.
Empire had 2 choices here, right?
Yeah.
So they could secure their anti-mage safely, or they can challenge the PL. They can't really do both at the same time. There's no 2-1-2 setup for the heroes that fully accomplishes both. And in this case, they choose to challenge the PL and hope that Silent can do well one-on-one against March. But what's interesting about this lane matchup is that March has very low mana pool. And the moment you lose all your mana against AM, he deals less damage. So this is one of those awkward situations where it's actually best for Spirit Breaker to be out of mana. He wants this exact thing to happen.
Oh, the cask here on top lane between Yoku and Aloha Dance. They're moving in onto Nuts here. They want to find the Witch Doctor, and the punches doing a hell of a lot in Nuts with the Voodoo Restoration. Will be enough to get him back towards the tower now. He's just going to turn back in. Aloha Dance being chased down by KP. KP should be able to find first blood here, but the sound coming out, doppelganger forward. They'll find him in the river. Febby's there as well. They're going to try and give this to KP potentially. No, Febby will just take it. First blood there for the side of MVP.
This is a very big deal. This was the lane that Empire set out to counter. And now, of course, the kill does not go onto the PL, but he gets a little bit of more time up here and will feel a little safer, as Witch Doctor, of course, was also part of the kill and does get some experience off that. Meanwhile, bottom lane always want to fly. Still hasn't skilled yet. Very unusual 2.5 minutes into the game to not have put a skill point, but hasn't really found any advantage in skilling either Nightmare, Brainstep, or the Infuse.
With a haste, Resolution has got 3 bolt charges. He's got to use them under the cover of Refraction, but Febby's just going to continue to chase this. Refraction now done for 12 seconds. He's still got 2 charges, but that's 1 wasted. This is his last one. Febby's going to continue to chase Resolution here. I don't think there's any escape here for the TA, and Febby, oh, this is the most slowly, you know. He's not going to, it's too deep. Ray's out, but Febby really wasting a lot of Resolution's time. They're forcing him to take the long route back to base.
Resolution is losing mid again.
Yeah,
and
off the back of that.
In both games, Febby has done so much. First game, he played the IO and helped out the TA in the beginning. This time, he's playing the Bounty Hunter. And sending Resolution back to base like that, it's not just that he has to go back to base, it's how long it takes. He just missed out on, I think, 1.5 creep waves. And
look at the CS difference.
He was 12 and 10 against 6 and 4. And this is a a TA favored matchup.
I mean, as I was saying in the beginning, they were going to pick it into confidence, and this confidence paying off. We're getting a lot of space here in the mid lane. Bottom lane, March trying to get some harassment in onto Always Want to Fly, but Silent's far. He's just going to turn around, get some hits up to March.
They're barely tickling him. He has 7 armor and blocks 20 damage with his Torment Shield. AM hits him for like, okay, how much damage do they do per swing? They probably both do like 20 damage a hit.
It's not a lot with that full man shield. But on the same time, favouring Empire here, the fact that Silent, he's getting a lot more free farm than the PL. He's 20 for 5 compared to the 14 for 2 on KP. So this bottom lane going favourably here for the Radiant. But at the same time, the trade-off is that Spirit Breaker is able to sit there, get a lot of levels out of this. And Bane just not able to do quite enough. And March is turning around for a bash there. Gives him a quick dash. Febby's come up to the top lane. Yoku and Aloha Dance tries to disrupt the side pull. And now Febby's going to go in with KP with the Spirit Lance. Moving on to Aloha Dance. Yoku gets a 2-man decay off though. It's a little bit too hard for MVP to dive onto that one. And back to the mid lane, and Kua just continuing to have a great time here against Resolution. Again, just proving to be potentially the stronger player here. Febby's coming in.
If Resolution would have gone in for that last hit, he would have been in a lot of trouble, and wisely doesn't try to go for it. I think he actually would have died. He has chosen not to skill meld. He's going for a 302 build. This is a build that, as Waga has pointed out, helps you a lot in the laning phase. It just gets a lot easier to get inside blade range and farm in general. playing a matchup. If you're behind against Lina, range really does matter a lot. Of course, you don't have the meld for the aggression potential, even to dodge the bounty hunter's ganks, but he's expecting that they will have detection for him anyway. As now, he might need it right now.
Yeah, a couple of seconds until refraction. No refraction for 1 second. He's going to have it now. He's going to use it. He gets it off. Only just as it comes off cooldown. Incredibly close encounter there for Resolution.
So close. You cannot get it any closer than that to getting killed in that lane again. And, well, even though they don't succeed, back to base he goes. QO gets some more time. Also forced over a rotation from the Bane of Always Want to Fly. He used his mana, has to go back as well. MVP, even though this aggression just doesn't get them that many kills, still winning the laning stage overall. And of course the big hero to look out for is Silent on his anti-mage.
He still continues to have a great time down there. 35 for 12 compared to KP's 24 for 2. The position 1 for Empire working out a lot better for MVP than MVPs at this moment in time. Just going to head up Febby, still hanging around. He's level 3 at the moment. He's finding a fair bit of XP, 6 minutes in. Not too bad here for the Bounty Hunter. Bottom lane, March, he is still finding a lot of XP. He's nearly hit level 6. Nearly got that Nether Strike online. Maybe see him be able to do a little bit more across the map. Top lane, both you Undying and Tusk, level 4 and level 3 respectively. Of course, sharing this lane's experience. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do other than trying to shut KP down. And even the fact that they are both here, KP, he's still finding relatively good farm against this potentially very aggressive dual lane.
Yeah, it's not that massive of a difference for Silent. It's 13 CS is by no means nothing, but KP's also going to be getting a wave here, so probably more realistically...
They get the light strike onto Resolution. The refraction. It's going to be more than enough to stop them from going any further.
But they're happy to just get in his head, right? They just keep pressuring, trying to force rotations, just trying to take whatever advantage they can find. QO, just look at that aggression coming out here. Even has a regen rune running, so this costs him nothing. And I want to point out, the reason this is important
They're going to go in for this, I think, as well.
Wow,
if Febby can get the hit on, because they've got the Laguna Blade available, Resolution's got to be very careful how far he comes out, and he knows it.
Yeah,
he just goes straight back.
Yes, this ward right here that gave it away, so... This is important for a couple of reasons. First of all, it was a lane that Lina was supposed to lose. If it was a raw one-on-one, I think Resolution would have taken it against QO, but it wasn't. But the second thing is Lina actually
nice
really
well.
good against anti.
QO's rotated down here, has got the Laguna Blade available. It's a question if they want to dive this. I think they might, because Always Want to Fly incredibly low. They're going to turn their attention towards him. March heading forward. There's been a TP in from Resolution, looking for a defense. They'll find Always Want to Fly here. That's going to be the first kill. Stun onto Silent. They've got to be careful of this TA, because now TA is going to turn her attention towards QO.
If QO knew that Silent hasn't skilled Spells Shield, I think he could kill him right now. He might realize what the damage his spells are doing, but...
At the same time, top lane, Witch Doc's able to find a kill there onto the Undying. And they should be able to clear the Tombstone out as well. And off the back of that, they may even try and look for a low hard dance. The cast going forward, KP with the lance as well. He's going in for this one. He's got to be careful. I mean, a low hard dance is out of mana. He could just afford to do this. The ring around the rosy is going to pay off here. They won't be able to get him. And anti-mage at the same time killing. Spirit Breaker, Resolution moving in onto QO. QO looking for the jukes. Is he going to find it? Brain Sap from Always Want to Fly finds the kill there. So kills happening on both sides of the map here.
This is so important for Resolution. He's finally having something going his way here. Unfortunately, he doesn't get either of the kills, but at least is involved in some sort of success story here for Empire in that bottom lane. And what I was getting at, so first of all, Lina is winning the matchup against TA because of the help. And secondly, she's good against AM. She'll be getting the Aghanims upgrade, which it puts so much pressure on AM to either change his itemization or to just play differently. When you know 1,000 damage nuke can come your way at any time past 30 minutes.
They want to go for this.
Can't really play the same way.
There's a charge onto Resolution from March. They're going to go straight through for this one. QO's on the low ground. He's got to make his way around, but with the Nether Strike, they don't need the Lina. Febby there, finishing him off there with a Shuriken. And no reaction coming out in time there from the side of Empire. MVP able to get themselves back over to their half of the map. QO just continuing to apply the pressure onto the mid-tier 1.
Hearing another charge.
Oh, he gets the light strike here on the mid lane with the Laguna as well. Oh, the snowball dodging the Shuriken with the car. Oh, it's the Dragon Slave from QO that ends up finishing him off. So as nice as the snowball dodge was, doesn't end up saving his life.
He needed to dodge the Laguna Blade with that snowball. That would have been sick. It is possible. What is it? It's a quarter of a second window, I think, before the damage is dealt.
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.25.
So, it was possible, but very difficult play there.
Charge onto the side. He's looking for a bash. He's not quite been able to find one there. Seems to be lane again. Resolution Caught up by the stun from QA. Noxie's there as well, hanging about. How's the Death Ward available here on the Witch Doctor? We're actually going to see Febby TP in as well to help him out. Yeah, the ball being switched over. QA getting himself a bit of regen from that one. Resolution will be able to find himself an Invis rune here at the top, so we'll see if he's able to do anything with that, but still just sitting on the tread tail on this tier. KP applying the pressure on the top, the hard knot's being kept held back by the Spirit Lancers.
But Silent is pulling really far ahead now. I feel like it was 2 minutes ago I said he was 10 CS ahead of the PL, now he's 25, so taking good advantage of being able to rotate between the lane and the jungle here, just doing the Ogre camp and moving back over it. I think absolutely no loss here. He didn't lose a single lane creep on the way.
They're going to go for Febby here. Moving in onto him. They'll find the snowball. They've got the dust as well. Febby, he needs backup and March. He's going to provide it. They're going in for Resolution. They're the strike as well. Bashing out Resolution. QO moving in. Will find the light strike array. Now with the paralyzing cast. Now the Death Ward onto Yoku Resolution. But he has managed to drop down the tombstone. It doesn't matter though because it's a double kill for QO. The team will be able to disperse off the tombstone as well. And again, we saw what QO could do on the TA, and he's showing he can do a similar performance here on the Lina so far. A lot of gold they're going towards Lina, and they've of course got this track available for the bounty, so they're going to start benefiting from that in the fights as well now.
MVP are just outnumbering them right now in these fights, because Silent can't really contribute much. And Ben, I feel like Ben said it half jokingly, half seriously, I think, when he said during the draft, you can't pick AM in this game because there's going to be so much early fighting that you don't have time. And, well, that statement, whether or not it was 100% serious from him, is holding true for now. Empire is put under a lot of pressure, and Silent can't really help. There's the only really good Mana Void target, as I talked about earlier, when you pick anti-mage's early game contribution to team fights, is generally Mana Voiding a key target. The only one who's really valuable to land it on is
Silent blinking and aggressive there. March can find some bashes here. He's going to be a lot of trouble. Shuriken coming out from Febby. They're going to try and chase this. He needs a bash March. Oh, he doesn't get it. Silent